Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Communication is the way of understanding each other to transfer the informations. Here, inshallah, we can see weekly morning in a serial talk where we can share new ideas, new informations of Jamia Americas as well as the contemporary issues. Inshallah, we will meet on this platform and share our ideas with you on Serial Talk. Bismillah. Morning is always busy, all of us. Sometimes we forget one of the most important things, our breakfast. Breakfast is the most energy giving food which shouldn't be avoided. Breakfast, it can either make your day or break your day. It's a good idea to aside 40% of our energy through breakfast. When you sleep, the body is full of rest and away from food, drinks for 8 hours or 10 hours. So that's why the breakfast is very important. Your body is waiting to get this food and water. That time you are giving the breakfast. So it should be very proteinous, very nutritious. When you mix some protein and starch together, that will be very important, like butter, honey, fruits, milk. The breakfasts of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the oats, chapati, means al-khubz bil-sha'ir, the barley bread. Barley is the most important thing which give the prebiotic. So the modern doctors advise us to use barley. It will give more prebiotic and give more energy. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to do like that. And the chapati will small round. That is the sunnat of Rasulullah, not a bigger size. In internationally, when we say about the cuisines, we say North Indian cuisine, South Indian cuisine, continental food, Mediterranean food, and Chinese. But one most important food items of Malabaris is forgotten. Malabari food is like patri. Patri is made out of rice without oil and very less sugar. And this barley is the model of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, small size and made with barley. وَكَانَ خُبْزُهُ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمْ بِالشَّعِيرِ. And milk, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to drink milk mixed with water. And we use turmeric or cardamom or cinnamon as a flavor for this. It's very useful to protect our body. And the fruits we should take early. More digestive thing first, then less digestive. Less digestive means comparatively. So, and adding proteins is very important, like butter made from your milk at home, your cow milk at home, and this honey is the most important thing for your breakfast. When we skip our breakfast, the brain cells do not get energy. They need to function normally, and it may cause for obesity and other health issues. A feeling of lethargy and fatigue are caused by the sudden lack of energy in the brain. It comes from skipping the breakfast mainly. People who eat breakfast properly do not try to burn calories necessarily through snacks. Breakfast, it is fast breaking. It should be early morning, 7 o'clock or 7:30, like that. Recently, one of our doctors in Unani Medical College who was treating the baldness, the first advice he was giving was not to cut the breakfast. Breakfast should be early morning by 7 o'clock or 7:30. One child lost all her hair, was regained through the breakfast of semi-boiled egg, honey, and like beans of the protein. Subhanallah. Atibba al-Muslimun, the Muslim doctors say, Badiru bil-futur. Badiru bil-futur. Fast in breakfast means do it very early, don't be late at this. Most of our people, especially the people in Gulf countries, they sleep late and early morning they awake and go for job without breakfast. It causes a lot of medical issues, health issues. So we always do very early morning, like homely prepared patri or put the steam cake and beans or such things, very simple things, but which is very fresh and very good health and energy giving. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. When you eat, start with Bismillah. Start with your plate first. Take 3 pieces and to the right side. Then to the other side. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Fruits. Bismillah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Allahumma barik lana fi ta'amina warzuqna khayran minhu. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam used to say this dua when beginning to eat the food. Also the milk, if the milk is brought, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam say, Allahumma barik lana fihi wazidna minhu. Not khayran minhu, because it is the khayrest one. The best one is milk. It contains everything except the starch. Subhanallah. I think most of Arabs, they eat dates and this camel milk. That is their traditional breakfast. And they also add this barley bread made at home. And nowadays they add these fruits like watermelon, shammam, the yellow watermelon, and like papaya, these things. And curd. Curd also one of the important items of the breakfast people used to eat. That's very good. And one thing we learned in the first standard of madrasa by Mullaji, when you eat, when you take food and keep in your mouth, then free your hands. Don't prepare food with hands. After chewing properly and eating, and when you make your mouth empty, then prepare with your hands, then start again. It causes the proper digestion. As a contemporary topic, a question that has arisen is related to Hagia Sophia in Turkey. Hagia Sophia is officially reopened as a Grand Masjid in current Istanbul, Turkey. It was became as a masjid at the time of Sultan Muhammad al-Fatih, the Ottoman emperor. Hagia Sophia has a historic and religious significance in Turkey and rest of the world. This enormous edifice is architectural wonder, and 15 centuries of its establishment is remarked with many historic and international political incidents. It was built in 537 AD as the patriarchal cathedral of the imperial capital of Constantinople. We can see many of the churches converted to masjid in Europe, Australia, and many countries. Even I have visited many of its kind in Australia. All are bought by Muslims when the Christian people want to sell these churches. The same time, we can see in Spain and other countries, many of the masjids were captured and converted as churches. This Hagia Sophia was converted to a Grand Masjid in 1453 by the Ottoman Turks, and in 1935 it was become a museum, and it was closed in the name of maintenance or repair by M.K. Ataturk. Discussions were started among the religious leaders to re-establish the prayer in Hagia Sophia. It was not only a religious need, but also recognition of the Ottoman emperors, as they contributed a lot to the historical and cultural face of Turkey as part of the country's nationalistic fervor. Now in 2020, it is re-establishing as a Grand Masjid. It's very pleasure to hear from the Turkey government about this decision, because it's a respect and recognition of the exemplary contributions of the Ottoman emperors, as well as a spiritual experience for the believers to offer namaz in this giant Büyük Cami, the big masjid with historic backgrounds.